PS4 isn't working. It's stuck on the blue light and does not want to start up. The blue light comes on for 6 seconds, then switches right off. There'll be a slight clicking sound as it switches off. Try this to see if your problems are similar to mine. Okay, you need to apply quite a bit of pressure on the area marked red, the circle. And while applying pressure, boot up the PS4. The PS4 starts up in violet. You have the cheapest fix in the history of PS, of course. Uh, these problems are very common because the RAM chips inside the PS4 gets a bit loose and doesn't have enough contact on the surface, which switches it off. But my fix should solve that for years to come. ThoughtServe gave me a quote of fixing the PSP for an astounding 2,700, around 250 US dollars. Naturally, me being an electronic engineer and seeing no sense in giving parts of the PS4 because a brand new one costs 4,000 and $315, I decided to fix it myself. I succeeded. So let's get started. Now to disassemble, you need to remove the warranty stickers and the screws holding the covers both top to bottom at the rear of your PS4, as shown in the next photo. Okay, now you can see these four rings there, red rings. Those are the location of the warranty stickers and the screws underneath them. The screws need to be removed with a Torx security Torx switch. Removing these four screws and store them away safely as you need to put them back. Okay, now we get to remove the casing. Please watch the video carefully and listen to the explanation how to remove them. Okay, removing the hard drive cover, you just simply slide it out sideways and it comes just right off. Okay, next we're going to remove the hard drive itself. We undo the screw on the side there, it's got PlayStation logo, X, square, circle, triangle, and then you gingerly, uh, very carefully pull it onto the hard drive tab where it's put your finger, and the hard drive just simply slides out. Okay, removing the undercover, you basically slide out from the back of the underneath, and it just slides completely off, just as shown in the video. Okay, now we're going to remove the screws from the back or the under the PS4. You notice two screws with metal tabs on. Just undo them. They hold what you call it, the top. They screw onto the top plate on the top of the PS4. So that has to be removed. Okay, this is a quick close-up shot of the actual screw. Okay, the front cover unclips from the front, not the back. So you're gonna keep on pulling at the front until it clips off, and then it simply just slides backwards out. Okay, under the top cover there's a metal plate with many screws. Uh, remove all of the screws except for the two screws holding the processor on, which I'll show you just now after this, how to remove that. Okay, after removing all the screws except for the processor screws, you undo this processor screws uh, evenly throughout. So you unscrew once, then you unscrew twice, then you unscrew three times, etc. Just to make sure the pressure is even on the processor. Uh, you have to be very careful when you're doing this to make sure you don't bend the actual board, but the board is pretty strong as well. Just unscrew it and the covered the bent piece of metal just comes straight off. Okay, the next thing we'll do is slide off the metal cover off the PS4. There's nothing else major to do, just slide the cover off and it'll expose the underneath. As you can see, the RAM chips are there, and I'll show you how to fix that in a moment. As you can see, I'm pointing to each one. There's 8 RAM chips for a total of 8 gigs. Okay, inserting the sponge. You insert the sponge over each of the chips. I use heat resistant sponge from a coaster. One of these coasters that you put your hot cups on. Yeah, so you're gonna keep on. You're gonna insert each one and cut them to size, and put them above the RAM chips. Okay, we're gonna put the processor screws back on. Remember, the sponge is now underneath the metal board. So you put the processor screws back on, and you're not gonna put it tightly on. You're just gonna just make sure the processor screws are seated in correctly. As you can see, I'm not tightening it too much. It will be a bit tight because of the sponge, because as I said, the sponge will now push on against the RAM chip. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to put the processor screws in like that way. After you're completely done, you start up your PS4 and you keep on tightening the processor screws until the RAM, seats in properly and the PS4 starts up. I will show you that just now. Or explain exactly what needs to be done. And then after you put all the screws back on the metal or the metal plate, all the screws basically took off. You're gonna put it back, and that's about it. Okay, when you are done, you need to put the bottom screws on. That goes under the PS4 that you took out. These screws need to connect to the board on top as well. So make sure that they screw on properly and tightly. Okay, reassembly. I'm going to put the front cover, the undercover first. It slides in from the front, and then you just push it in on the back. So you can slide it in from the front. PS4 is now upside down, and just push it in the back. That's it. Don't forget to put the black screws or the warranty screws back on. Insert feature after this to show you where it goes. Okay, now this cover here, the side cover for the top. You're going to slide it in. The slot from the back forward, and it clips on the front of the PS4. So then you insert it from the back, and it clips in the front. There's 2 screws on the side of the PS4 of the cover that needs to be put in. Mind you, all my screws are missing. It's just follow my instructions. I left the screws out because my PS4 is broken anyway. There was a surge in my house, so it blew up basically, and so I decided to make a video detailing how I did fix it before this. Obviously, you can now insert your hard drive in as well, slot it in very carefully, just like that, and insert the hard drive screw back in as well. And before you do all of this here, I'd suggest you have to tighten the processor screws as much as you think you can, until it's pretty tight, and that should be just as fine and done. As the sponges will compress onto the RAM chips that are very loose, it will save you money on reballing as well. The hard drive cover just slots in normally. You just push it into place. Don't forget that you need to put the screws in the back for the warranty screws back on. Otherwise, the cover will fall off. It wouldn't exactly fall off, but I mean, if you move it around, it will fall off. That's about it. It will definitely start up now. Happy gaming. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if it helps you out, please subscribe for more videos.